Hi, everyone. I hope that you're doing as well as possible given the circumstances. For those who don't know me, my name is Nathan, and I'm a fourth year graduating from the Curry School of Education, and I'll be getting my bachelor's in kinesiology. So I don't know if anybody else can relate to this experience, but 4 years ago, when the college decision period was my primary source of stress and anxiety at the moment, I knew that I wanted to come to UVA. It was the perfect fit for me, and the grass was as green as the money that went into their landscaping budget. The football game seemed lively despite our unlively winning streak for the first few years here, and the dorm seemed like a great space to make new friends. I asked if anybody felt this feeling coming in because I certainly didn't. I wish I could perpetuate the I knew UVA was the one mantra, but it simply just doesn't hold true for me. 4 years ago, I actually submitted my application to UVA the day of and didn't tour any colleges until the end of my senior year. And quite honestly, I didn't want to go to UVA. The mere landscape of the lawn holds evidence of slavery within it and serves as a reminder that almost 60 years ago, a face like mine wouldn't be welcomed on Mr. Jefferson's grounds. Football games seem nauseating with the gender stereotype of guys in ties and girls in pearls that so many people warned me about before coming here, despite this being a fading tradition. As for the dorms, I'm still waiting for UVA to repay me for the mass amount of deep conditioner that I had to use when I was an RA in Douglason without AC my second year. Despite these qualms, I decided to come, and more importantly, I decided to stay. While I have many grievances and expectations of this institution, it has given me some of the closest relationships and opportunities to evolve in my sexuality and find comfort within it. This was especially true when I met the amazing, beautiful, smart, and witty people of oSTEM, or out in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Being queer and involved in STEM has some unique challenges, as I'm sure many of you are probably aware of yourself. About 73% of the faculty at this university are white, with an overwhelming majority being cisgendered men. Within STEM, it seems like nearly every professor falls into this category. This lack of representation makes it difficult to find someone within faculty who looks like you or understands your background and where you're coming from. However, I immediately found comfort within oSTEM. I finally found a nerdy crowd that understood the impact of what it's like to have professors who can't relate to you. There were people who were also used to hearing offhanded comments in classrooms like, "That's so gay," or felt like they had to minimize their gender or sexual identity just for their science or work to even be considered. More importantly, there were people who were willing to make a change about it. In the fall of 2018, we spent many long nights drafting a constitution and stumbling through the bureaucracy of starting a CIO, but we never lost sight of why we're doing this. Because this community deserves equitable representation and support at UVA and outside of it. I remember approaching my former organic chemistry professor about the CIO and hesitantly asking if she would like to be involved. The hesitation was a product of every microaggression I've experienced being a member of the queer community and dealing with STEM faculty, but my hesitation was subsided when it was met with her enthusiasm and zeal to help. I finally felt like I had a support system of peers and a support system within faculty. The trans and queer community has given me the home I always wish I had. I felt like I had room to grow and explore my sexuality. There was space to make mistakes, but people to help get you back up and help you learn from them. Bodies were celebrated rather than judged when somebody tried a new article of clothing or jewelry that made them feel more comfortable. You all are the reason for making this space not only safe, but comfortable, lively, and loving. I want to thank all the graduating trans and queer students for your unconditional kindness to create these genuine spaces for growth. I also want to commend you for constantly challenging this university to be better and more intentional with the way that it treats our community. We don't have to settle for tolerating, and we don't have to settle for surviving. We deserve acceptance, and we deserve to thrive. So to those graduating, I encourage you to keep your stride wherever you go and continue being the unique and invaluable asset to this community that you are. Lastly, I want to commend the people of color within the trans and queer community for their beauty and their bravery. You are seen, you are heard, you are worthy, And while sometimes this community finds reasons to marginalize us within its own boundaries, know that your beauty and character cannot be bound by these limits, and you add so much to the trans and queer community. Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2020.